public. Our Kate Rooney has details. Morning, Kate.
Morning. So OpenAI did take a major step toward a public market debut, filing confidentially with the SEC for that IPO. In a blog post last night, this AI giant saying, we expect it to leak, so we're just announcing it, but very much leaving the door open to staying private. They said OpenAI has not decided on timing, called going public a complicated set of trade-offs, and this paperwork does give OpenAI the option to move quickly if it chooses to go in that direction. For now, I am told by a source the company does also plan to let employees sell shares through a tender offer. That would be at its current valuation, which is around $850 billion. And then that would also reduce some of the internal pressure, potentially, to rush out to public markets. I'm also told by a source this company could go as soon as September. That would depend on market conditions. We have also reported that OpenAI is working here with Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley. It does come just days before SpaceX is expected to begin trading, only a week after rival Anthropic also confidentially filed its own IPO paperwork. Anthropic was last valued around $900 billion. OpenAI and SpaceX combined, would really put this at a multi-trillion-dollar IPO year when you step back. These filings, though, they are confidential. Investors are not going to see any of the financials until closer to any sort of listing. And while these are historic valuations and numbers, the cash burn, guys, is also historic. According to PitchBook, OpenAI is spending $2.20 for every $1 earned. This company, the big spending item really here is data centers, and the AI build-out analyst at PitchBook writing this week, OpenAI's revenue is real, but the economics are less certain. Back to you.
So once we get more data and information on the financials, Kate, what are the key questions going to be when it comes to justifying these trillion-dollar valuations?
I would say, Sarah, gross margins are the big one. There are questions over if this company has negative gross margins. It's not certain that it does. It's definitely not profitable. But the path to profitability and the business model of these AI labs, this is really going to be an entirely new asset class. The cash burn, as I mentioned, is historic. They're spending so much on the data center infrastructure and the build-out on the level of which they've described as sort of the railroad build-out or the interstate highways, and talked about this as an industrial revolution. The big question, is there a path to be profitable? Is this a good business model? And I think whoever gets out first, whether it's OpenAI or Anthropic, is going to have to explain that and really prove that path. And that's part of the rush to get out first when you look at OpenAI versus Anthropic here.
And OpenAI has raised more overall than Anthropic,
yes.
Right? Even though Anthropic got the higher valuation. Just trying to keep it all straight.
It's a good point. Yeah, exactly. So Anthropic recently sort of edged ahead of OpenAI. When you look at the price tag, OpenAI, though, has raised more in private markets. But both of these companies, there's a question about whether private markets are tapped out at this point. Both of these companies need a lot of capital. And they can also, if they're public, it's easier to tap debt markets, which is something that Sarah Fryer, the CFO, has talked about. They're also looking, similar to SpaceX, for a pretty large retail portion from what we're gathering. Sarah Fryer, the CFO of OpenAI, did tell us they are going to reserve a portion for retail. And SpaceX could be sort of a litmus test for some of that retail demand, although there's sort of the Musk factor with SpaceX, so maybe it's not analogous. But they are definitely looking in that direction. We'll see if people want to buy into ChatGPT, but a long road until even September when we might get some of these financials.